The following program is video supplemental instruction. VSI is brought to you by the Teaching Center, UF's Learning Support Center, www.teachingcenter.ufl.edu.
Okay, number 7 states block A with a mass of 4 kilograms is stationary, while block B with a mass of 8 kilograms is moving at 3 meters per second. The center of mass of the two-block system has a speed in meters per second of blank. So, we have two blocks. This guy has a velocity equal to 0, and this one has a velocity equal to 3 meters per second. So this is our block A, this is our block B. So there's two different ways to approach this problem. You can use one of two formulas. One, you can recall that we know our center, the location of the center of mass, x, COM, is 1 over the mass times the sum of xi mi from n equals 1, or from I equals 1 to n. Remember this formula, which you've hopefully used at least a few times at this point, and you can just derive it with respect to time and get this. So when you derive x with respect to time, you get velocity, mass doesn't change in either of these places, xi becomes vi. Or they actually give you a formula, if you happen to write down your formula sheet or remember what it is. V times the center of mass is going to be equal to P1i plus P2i over M1 plus M2. Now these equations, while they look different, are actually the exact same equation, just written out slightly differently. This actually incorporates any number of blocks in it. This only incorporates 2 blocks. You could expand this, of course, and say P3i, P4i, as long as you include M3 and M4 in the denominator. But since we only have 2 blocks, we don't have to worry about that. So, solve for the velocity of the center of mass at this point. Once you recognize the equations, it's really just plug and chug. So, just remember the capital M is going to be all the mass in the problem, so for our 4 kilograms and our 8 kilograms, times the sum of each mass multiplied by its corresponding velocity. So 4 times 0 plus 8 times 3. Everything's in kilograms, meters, and seconds, so we're good. And we say our velocity of our center of mass is going to be equal to 1 over 12 times 4 times 0, of course, becomes 0. 8 times 3 becomes 24. And it's just 1 over 1 over 12 times 24, which is equal to 2 meters per second. So that gives you your correct answer. Now if you happen to use this particular formula, you end up with the exact same thing. So P is our variable that represents momentum, which is of course just mass times velocity. Okay. So P1i is going to be the mass of 4 kilograms times 0, plus P2i is 8 kilograms times 3, over 4 plus 8. So we finish that out, and we say that this becomes 0. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 plus 8 gives us 12. Let's say 24 over 12 once again gives us 2 meters per second. So either approach works equally as well. They're both just as fast. It just kind of depends on which formula really you remember or you have available to you, whatever you're most comfortable with. That's how you solve this problem.
The Teaching Center, UF's Learning Support Center, www.teachingcenter.ufl.edu.